What? You're always running fucking late, man. I run a tight ship. I don't like to be late.
Dude, I'm doing the best I can. Don't piss me off.
Well, I mean, you're 5 minutes late.
Yeah, but
if you're on time, you're late. So you're really late.
Yeah. Well, where did you learn that? If you're on time, you're late.
Fort Benning, Georgia.
Rex Thompson with us this morning.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Come on, you knew that. You knew that we were live. Don't bullshit.
Of course, you give me the teeter chair.
Battle in Barre 5. It is. It's just a couple of days away. You've been working on this for a long time.
Yeah. So this is the week I don't sleep.
Yeah.
This is where all the anxiety, trying to get everything together.
Yeah.
Now with the state involved, anytime you get the state involved, it's twice as hard to get anything done.
See. Yeah. Well, this is true. See, you give me shit about being late, but your phone ping 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 ping.
It's fight week, JD. I have a lot on my plate. I have my business going. Not only do I have 3 jobs going through Barstow, but I'm trying to wrangle fighters, get everything
yeah, I know.
go on. So ding ding. Yeah, and I'm reading this and talking to you. That's how good I am. I should have been a woman.
That's amazing. And
because I can multitask.
Drinking coffee too. My God. I mean,
Are you excited for this fight?
Dude,
I am so excited for these fights. I'm ready for them to be over. I really am, because I missed my wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
So
not completely.
Oh yeah, completely. We usually go away, and this was our 23rd wedding anniversary, and I chose to do something other than celebrate that anniversary. I figured we've had 23 of them. What's the missing one? No. No, I'm just kidding, man.
Kind of like missing a ball.
Yeah. I'm missing 2 of them right now.
Was Brenda understanding? Was she?
Yeah, she was like, go for it. Absolutely.
Yeah, she understands.
Yeah, she knows I was training hard, working hard, and
yeah.
So
so
we're gonna go on vacation. We're gonna go on after the fights. We're gonna go do a little vacation.
Good.
We'll probably head out to the casino and.
Good. For those of you that have been living under a cave, or not under a cave, but in a cave, under a rock. Can you tell I haven't had coffee yet this morning? Thank you, Raylene, by the way, for bringing me coffee. I haven't had a sip yet.
Is that how you start your morning, with a whole bunch of sugar in your coffee?
No, there's no sugar in there. Battle in Barre 5, Donnybrook Fight Promotions. This is something that, Rex, first off, is the owner of Donnybrook Fight Promotion, along with his family.
Yeah. Okay. I have to correct everybody on that, because everybody sees my face and they think like I'm the sole owner and stuff.
No,
and
I wouldn't.
Not.
No,
I am definitely not. And then I'll get fighters that like give my daughter shit or something, and I have to remind them that she has as much power as I do. And if she says you're not on the show, guess what? You're not on the show.
Yeah, exactly. You and your family started this how long ago now?
Oh, dude, I don't even remember the date. You'd have to look at the state little thing there when we.
But it's been a while.
It's been a while. Yep.
And we've had, this is fight number what at the Barre Auditorium?
5.
Number 5.
Battle Barre in 5.
I think the first one that I went to was number 3, I think.
Oh, I think you went to the Pete Haskins Randy
I did.
fight.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a barn burner there, man.
Amazing.
Yeah, and so this fight is like super exciting. I have on the main card, there's just so many fights. Every single one of them could headline.
Yeah.
Of course, we have local fighter and champ Chris Rooney.
Yeah.
Who is fighting Andrew Provost for our first ever sanctioned pro MMA fight.
155-pound class.
Yeah, 155-pound. These guys were supposed to fight as amateurs because they were both undefeated back in the day.
Yeah.
And Andrew had the 170-pound title.
Right.
And Chris had the 155-pound title. And things just never happened. They never got together and had that fight. So now they're both going to make their pro debut. And I'm super excited about this. Then the Matt March fight.
Yes.
The Matt March, Liam Carroll fight.
Yes.
So both of them had some issues going on in their first match and felt like they both could do a lot better and didn't showcase their real talent.
Liam's the Muay Thai champ.
Yeah. Yeah. Him and Matt March holds a title. Matt March holds the Fight Night Promotions title.
Yes.
So, yeah, they're both title holders.
Yeah.
But Liam is 1-0 against Matt. So it was a close fight. They went all 5 rounds. So I'm excited for this. The other one from the local guy is Josh Walker. Did you had that guy Jeff?
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name because that guy's way bigger. Okay, because that guy's way bigger than I am. And
Raylene just spit up her coffee.
I don't.
Souvlien.
But that guy, I mean, that both of these guys are matched up so well because
205,
Yeah.
270. Wait,
275 is what both these guys weigh.
Yes, 275.
Super
I was thinking about Liam.
So we don't have Liam is 185.
All right.
So
I'm all out.
We don't have a super heavyweight division. We just have heavyweights.
Don't listen to me.
So these two monsters have the same fighting style. They walk to the center of the ring and they throw bombs until somebody falls down.
Wow.
But the sleeper,
Jeff's the dude out of Boston who was on the podcast.
Yeah, Jiminy Cricket. These guys are big dudes. They really, really are. And the sleeper fight that nobody's talking about, that everybody should be talking about. This is probably the one that I'm most excited for. And I'm gonna say it right now because my passion is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I know that.
So the two guys fighting for the vacant, because Chris Rooney was my 155-pound amateur champion.
Yep.
Well, he vacated that to turn pro. So we have two guys. We have Joe McNeil, who is a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This is unheard of. This is how far along amateur fighting has come.
Okay.
We're talking about guys used to go to the UFC with a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
Now we're talking about a guy fighting for an amateur title. Mm-hmm. An amateur title who's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu against Romano Medina. Romano Medina was the #1 ranked guy. He's undefeated. He's a high-level grappler also who trains under Nate Lamont and Burgess MMA out of New Hampshire. So this fight is so exciting. We have two undefeated guys, two guys who are high-level grapplers who train in Muay Thai. I know Romano, if he trains under Nate Lamont, he's probably got some slick wrist locks under his belt, some cool stuff.
So where do we have I know this, and you've told me this countless times, that the fight card changes, and it can change by the hour.
So the fight card
is just the nature of the business.
Yeah, the fight card's a living document.
There's injury, there's life crisis, there's all kinds of things that can...
Baby mama needs cigarettes, can't make it. No. No, we're beyond those days of that kind of fighting. This card is specifically put together for fighters.
Yeah. You started out, though, Rex.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Small. I mean,
Absolutely.
It was literally... kind of.
Yeah, we used to, back in the day, it used to be, okay, you would line up a huge card because you knew half of them were going to drop because they were independents. None of them really trained. They were just, bar fight. A guy was drunk, called me one night, I want to get on the card and I want to fight. So you put him on the card.
Drop some names from that first event over at the Moose.
Oh, my God. I can't even remember.
Well, it was Eddie.
Oh, Eddie the Bee Stinger, but that was before I owned it. That was XCP.
Oh, yeah.
That owned it. But Eddie the Bee Stinger, he got in there. We'll just say Eddie the Bee Stinger got in there. So I remember we had the battle of the boyfriends. We had one guy wanted to prove to his ex-wife that he was stronger than her new boyfriend.
How'd that work out?
Oh, they both had bad tattoos. It was a great fight. It was a lot of fun. It really was.
And then you were out in the parking lot.
Yeah, literally.
Over at the Moose.
Yeah. Those were wild days, man. They really, really were. We didn't really know what we were doing. We had no grasp of the fighting. We just, I wasn't a professional fighter. I was a street fighter.
And then you had to convince Jeff Bergeron up at the BOR in the auditorium that this was really a legit thing that would attract a huge crowd, and I don't think it took more than one event at the Barrie Auditorium to prove that.
Yeah,
it was huge.
I think the first event we had, there was probably 500 people there. By the time that we had the last event, I think we counted in about 1,600 people, just under 2,000 people up there. And with the cage, we have like an 1,800 person maximum.
We missed a year because of COVID.
Yep, that we did.
And
well, it wasn't just because of COVID. The state shut us down. The state shut everybody down for MMA until the legislation passed.
Which you, let's be honest, spearheaded?
No. Absolutely not, and I won't even take the credit for that.
Why?
Because it wasn't me who spearheaded it.
It wasn't?
Nope. It was Chris Ballard, Mike DeRozier, Kathy Richardson. They started that 12 years ago, 13 years ago, trying to get the sanctioning here.
Okay. But respectfully, they failed.
No, I hate to say that. They didn't fail. They got frustrated because every year it got brought up. Every year they dropped it and put it to the side. When I came in and I got with Chris, I was like, I'm going to make this happen. And Chris was like, man, we've been trying for 12 years.
Good luck.
He's like, good luck. It's the state. They don't care. I was like, I don't care either, but I'm going to harass the hell out of them until it happens. I said, I'm sick of fighters, because now, and when we first did it, it didn't really make a bit of difference because we had all these guys that were just, wanting to fight. They weren't looking to make pro careers. They were looking for what they call today clout. That's what they were looking for. They wanted their buddies to see them get in the cage and they could say, hey man, I was an amateur MMA fighter or whatever. Here I was in the cage. Now, guys, this is what they want to do for a career. And you have to have sanctioned fights in order for this to be a career.
Safety standpoints. Mm-hmm. There's got to be some protocols in place.
Oh, there's so many protocols in place right now. Like we have a ringside physician now. We have the ambulance there. The medicals are very, they're a lot more stringent. Mm-hmm. It's just there's an actual rule set that's being used at this point. So before any promotion could use whatever rule set they came up with.
Right.
So didn't matter. If you wanted to have a bare knuckle fight and dip your gloves in glass, then there was no reason to stop it.
Yeah.
There was no one to stop it.
So thanks to you, Rex, you were able to get this sanctioning approved. And which has preserved this in the state of Vermont. You ran into some big hesitancy with the Vermont legislature.
Yeah, I figured out they
just want to know what the hell this is all about.
Yeah, and so what I figured out with politicians, and this isn't a right thing, this isn't a left thing. So one thing, and I'll explain. So, what I figured out with the Democrats, up on the Hill, the Democrats were very smart people, book smart, very, very, very smart people. But the feeling that you got, the persona that you got from them was they were better than you. They wanted to, they felt like they had to take care of you. Like, here I am, I know what's better for you than what you know what's better for you. Okay?
Right.
But then the flip side, it was like two extremes. So then the flip side, and this is no offense because I have friends on both sides of this aisle, but I felt like the Republicans were more in touch with a common person, but half of them were about as smart as a bag of hammers. And when I say that, I don't mean in common sense. Like, these guys can build houses, they can work on your car, but they don't understand politics, don't understand how to get things through the whole process. So a lot of them want to go up there and they're like, we're going to change the system and we're going to do this. And then they find out, no, you're not. You're just not. And it's really confusing for them because the Democrats, like I said, man, they went to school for years in political science and everything else. So they understand how to get things through. But the biggest common theme between both of them, neither one of them have a clue of what the bills are that they're passing. They just know what the lobbyists tell them, and they know how to get them through. And then they fight amongst each other to figure out, and it's all for propaganda. It's all for political gain and for their party, for whatever. But in reality, neither one of them have a clue of what their bills are. They're just trying to pass them, and they're going to pass them because their party wants it passed. So if you're married to a party, that's on you, man. That's
wow.
So that's the kind of stuff that I figured out dealing with them, and you do have to play the political game with them. You can say you're going to go up there and you're not going to be one of those political people, but if you want anything passed, and you're going to play their game, and they know it. So Republicans, you are really good at getting the common folk. Now take a couple political science classes and figure out how to get that stuff passed through. So that's my perspective on dealing with them.
You went about this in a extremely grassroots method.
Yeah, you could say that. I started with emails. Emails didn't work.
No.
So then I started calling people at home. I got their home numbers. Started calling them. I said, "Yo, what's going on? How come you guys ain't taking up this legislation?" And they were like, "How did you get my number?" I was like, "Number one, I'm not a lobbyist. I'm just a constituent." So, but it was funny to see how baffled they got when I put them on the spot and called them on their phones.
Yep.
But if I hadn't done that, it doesn't. I mean, we would still be having shows, right, I guess. But
you also did all of this respectfully. I mean, yes, you
me
called
and
them.
Chris. Yeah, me and Chris Ballard did it. Chris provided them with legislation, provided them with a lot of tools. Then, I mean, I have to say, like, the Office of Professional Regulations, Lauren Hibbert, Lauren Lehman, Brittany Utton, they were great. They did their own research. They really did. They reached out to gyms. They reached out to medical professionals so they could have a better understanding of all this. So, right, props to them for doing their job.
Yeah.
I really, and to this day, I still speak with Lauren Lehman with, like, when my anxiety's through the roof this week, and I'm like, how do I get this done? So, yeah.
Wow. And kudos to Jeff and the rest of the staff up at the auditorium for.
Oh, yeah. Jeff Bergeron. I harass the hell out of Jeff, but he's a super good dude.
He is. He really is.
And the auditorium is a great place. It's an awesome venue.
It's perfect.
It is.
It's just perfect.
It really is. We just signed a 4-year contract with them up there. So.
Wonderful. Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to be there for at least 4 years.
What do we know about
4 shows a year? And
what about seats for this coming Saturday night? Eventbrite is how you get them.
Yes. So Eventbrite is where you get tickets. You can get tickets a couple different ways here, especially this week. So you can go to Eventbrite if you get on Google, do a Google search, or go to Donnybrook Fight Promotions and click on any of our advertisings, and there's usually a link inside of there for our Eventbrite tickets. Well, I only had one person that had a little trouble trying that link with a phone. He said it worked great with a computer, but for some reason he couldn't get it to work with a smartphone.
I just had a question from a friend yesterday. Where is Tier 3 seats at the fight?
I already talked to him.
You did?
We are really good at responding. I respond immediately to everybody.
All right.
We try to cater to our fans.
So what do we have left for seats?
Okay, so VIP tables are sold out. Front row sold out. Second row sold out. We're halfway through the third row. We still have fourth row and general admission tickets. There will be tickets at the door, so don't go around telling everybody we're sold out. We're not sold out.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to sell out that kind of.
Okay. They're selling fast.
They're selling. So normally online we sell pre-buy. Mm-hmm. We usually sell 60 to 100 tickets. We've already sold over 200 tickets online.
Okay.
So that's a huge boost. So we're expecting a pretty good crowd up there. And also Friday night at 6:00 will be the media weigh-ins. And this is open to the public. Come on up there. It doesn't cost anything. Come meet these local fighters. We'll have some extra posters there if you want to get their autographed. So that you guys will be doing fight interviews. CCTV will be up there doing fight interviews. And that brings me to back to the tickets. So the other way this week, the next few days that we have till Friday, I guess a lot of people, they've noticed the banner here that you have.
In the window, yes.
So there's a banner here, and each day that banner that you have here is going to go to a different business in Barre. And we want you to go down there. We want you to take a picture, tag that business, and we will give away 2 free tickets every day. to this show until Friday. The other place where there's a permanent banner is up at the mall with our new sponsors, Erica Clark at Central Perks.
Yep.
So she's one of our new sponsors, and she has a banner up there. Go up there, have a coffee, take a picture, and there's a good chance you can win 2 tickets.
What do you do with that picture once you take it? Where do you put it?
So the reason we do it, I'll be perfectly honest with you, is I want people to tag Donny Brooke Fight Promotion. I want people talking about it. I'm trying to get the word out. Of
course.
That's what we're doing. We're networking. We're getting it out there. And if you can't go to the show, go up and have your picture taken anyway, and I'll give you a link to a free pay-per-view. You can watch it live stream.
All right. That's
Perfect.
it.
Yeah, so that brings me to my next question.
Okay.
Why is the Times-Argus not covering a local sports event like this? This is huge. Does anybody have an answer? Is there anybody watching from the Times-Argus? Don't you have a guy named Steve Pappas or something that deals with...
What are you saying, Raylene?
Don't you have some guy named Steve Pappas? Does he have anything to do with the Times-Argus?
First of all, Steve... What'd she say?
She said Steve Pappas is going.
Yeah, Pappas is, of course he's going. Pappas is a solid dude.
Perfect.
He's the editor at the Times-Argus. I'm sure, knowing him, that he's already got a reporter on this event. You would be crazy not to. So let me just say that right off.
Yeah, because we have a table for media people.
Okay.
We have Raylene's going to be there.
Yeah.
So, you're not because you're going to be in your paisley tuxedo.
What are you talking about?
I hope you've already gone and got that.
What?
Don't give me any more anxiety.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah. I'm guessing you're going to come. The sleeves are going to be long. You're going to roll them up and shit like a fucking redneck.
What are you talking about right now?
Dude,
Seriously.
I want a classy announcer, Bubby. And you can't wear shorts and Crocs with it either.
I have never worn shorts and Crocs.
I flew you on a private jet all the way to New York just to get this tuxedo, and you're going to show up in shorts and Crocs.
I would never be seen in public with shorts and Crocs, ever. Ever.
Except for every day you walk out that door.
What else am I thinking here? So we can get tickets at the door.
Yes.
Doors at 6.
Yes. Doors open at 6. VIP comes in the back. So when you buy a table or you're my VIP guest, you come in the back door. We have a list of people that come through the back door, VIPs. That's just part of our special treatment that we do.
How much are tickets at the door? At the front
so general admission tickets are $40.
Okay.
And Gusto's is going to be having the after party. And they're also catering. They have waitresses. There will be alcohol. It's beer only. But how can you not have a sporting event and not have a couple glasses of beer and food?
Right. Of course.
Plus, the other thing is because it's September 11th. It is. So we felt that we really needed to do something for September 11th.
Yep.
And so our 50-50 money, everything that we raise through our 50-50 is going to be donated. And the VFW to the VFW, our local, the Mackenzie Post up here, that local VFW, they're going to benefit from the 50-50.
That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You and Brenda are veterans, which I think is remarkable. It's wonderful that you're doing that, bud. That's great. Yeah. So spread the word on that if you can.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is as you come through the door, normally we have people walk around and do the 50-50, but there's going to be a couple girls right at the door doing the 50-50.
Yep.
So you'll be able to buy tickets as you come in while you're waiting in line for your ticket. And the ring girls, holy shit, we just got the outfits in last night.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with the ring girls. That's all my wife and my daughter. So they're really cool. It's not hooker heels. They have tennis shoes on.
Yeah.
But they're really cool outfits. They went out of their way to design these outfits, our very own Donny Brooke ring girl outfits.
And you guys are going to have your own merchandise there for sale too.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we've got we've got sweatshirts, we've got T-shirts, we have the they're almost like a concert T-shirt. They have our poster on the front, the fight card on the back.
Yeah,
super cool stuff like that.
Wow.
Always. We have little keychains that say Donnybrook Fight. It says DBFP, which stands for Donnybrook Fight Promotions, of course, with our logo that says Train Hard, Fight Easy.
Yeah. Fight's underway at 7 o'clock. And
sharp, unlike you.
Unlike me. It's not 7:04.
No, not even 7:01.
No, 7 o'clock sharp. And we're going to go until what time now? What is it?
Till the fights end?
Yeah. When is that going to be about?
When everybody's either knocked out or...
In other words, good
thing we're serving food.
Do we have to be out of there by 10 o'clock or the lights get shut off? What's the deal with this?
Not at all. We're there till the fights are done.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Yeah, it should be a really, really good time.
So Gusto's is going to be there?
Yes, they're catering the event.
So you can get a beer?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have waitresses going around also.
Unbelievable.
And if you're a business, if you're a bar or something like that, and you want to showcase and have the fights on a live stream, contact me.
Yeah.
Super good pricing to do that.
How does that work? How does that work?
So there's also a pay-per-view link on most of our advertising.
Okay.
So those are for residential addresses. Like I said, if you're a business, please reach out to me direct or reach out to you and you know how to get a hold of me.
Sure.
So if you're a business and you want to show it in your bar or whatnot, don't order this residential pay-per-view link. We will send you the code for a business link.
Okay.
Because the last thing you want to do is advertise it, have it there, and then you go to play it and it doesn't work.
Should we drop your phone number here for folks that might want to get in touch with you right now?
I hate to put my phone number out.
Well, then let's not. Let's not.
Just because my phone rings off the hook all day.
Let's put your email then. What's the best way to get in touch with you? Just on Facebook.
Yeah, just right through Facebook, right through you, right through Raylene, anything like that. Absolutely.
Okay. All right, putting that on right now. So folks want to reach out to you, get in touch with you.
Yes.
Whether it's the Quarry or Gusto's or Mulligan's, if anyone wants to have it.
Exactly. It'll be they can do the live stream right inside their bar.
Easy to do.
Yeah, and you should see the graphics and everything. We hired a production crew, but on top of the production crew, my daughter's done all the graphics for the production crew.
She does a great job.
Yeah, we have the tail of the tape. We have the videos, everything to go along with it for the pay-per-view.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Any other fighters that you want to put in the spotlight here?
Yeah, absolutely. Mikey Morris. Mikey Morris trains out of Granite City MMA. I train with him in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's where I belong to two gyms. I go to UFAI because they're our sister club, but
in Burlington.
Yep, up in Burlington. So if you're in the Burlington area, we got UFAI up there. But I just signed up a membership for Montpelier Martial Arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
Right in Montpelier, so that I can train 6 days to 7 days a week right now.
Wow. You look amazing, bud. So what's the trick? Are you taking the magic pill? What's going on? How come you're in such great shape? What's happening?
Horse tranquilizers daily. So I get this a lot, because I posted a picture. And
how many pounds have you lost? Come clean with me, bud. No bullshit. Just give me the fucking number. How many pounds have you lost?
About 55 pounds.
All right, thank you.
Right around 55.
Dude, that's amazing. Because last time I asked you, you were somewhere around. Okay, so 55 pounds.
So
you look great, bud.
Everybody asked me this saying. That's what your wife said. So everybody asked me this question: How can you do it? How do you do it? And my first, a lot of times I tell people, I said, because especially if I know them personally, I say, all right, man, if you're serious, you want to lose weight, first thing you got to do is quit drinking alcohol. 98% of the time they say, all right, what else can I do?
Yeah. There's so much sugar in booze.
Yeah, and the same thing. And I tell people that don't drink, I said, how do you feel about not putting sugar in your coffee when you wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
And the same response.
Yeah.
Well, let's skip that and let's move on to something else.
Yeah.
Nope, you can't. Because what I found was a lot of times you can eat most everything you want to eat unless it comes in a box. If it comes in the box, it's full of sugar and it's full of sodium.
Yeah.
Sodium is not as bad for you as sugar. So an average male, and it's really easy, and I'm not telling you go out, cut sugar out. You can't do this. You can't do that. Educate yourself. Just read the back of the package. So for you guys out there and you want to know how much sugar you should have in a day, no more than 37 grams of sugar as an adult male. So every single thing, and that includes, same thing with your carbs. A lot of people don't realize that your breads, your potatoes, all of that stuff turns into sugars. So my recommendation, everybody wants to lose weight super quick. They want it now. They want instant gratification.
Yeah.
But the problem is it works for a little while, and then you get frustrated because you're not losing weight fast enough.
Exactly.
So I tell people, cut sugar out of your diet. Just start with something like that.
Yeah.
And then if you get good at that, and then you get to a plateau, then cut your carbs. Cut your carbs down to like 30 carbs a day. And read the back of it. Just the biggest part is educating yourself, not beating yourself up. Like I used to do, I'd be like, I didn't lose any weight that week. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm eating a large pizza on Friday.
Right.
But why not? Nothing's happening. So don't take stuff out of your life to where you crave it.
Yeah.
Give it to yourself. If you want it, have it.
Yeah.
But just recognize and start educating yourself on that stuff.
See, when you started shedding all this weight, I asked Brenda, because I wanted to get the truth, what was going on with you and why you were looking so good.
She said methamphetamines, didn't she?
No, she definitely did not say that. She said that you guys have an old VCR at home, and you've got stacks and stacks of Richard Simmons Sweating to the Oldies, and that you've been religiously following that every Sunday morning. There you are, 6
I
o'clock.
actually bought his outfit too.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Us wrestlers call it a singlet.
I puked a little and swallowed when I saw that. But
my Richard Simmons singlet.
Where were you wearing that? Was that at Augusto's Halloween party? What was that?
I try not to go out in public with that.
What the hell was that? You had the afro and everything.
Oh my God! So, no, that was up there. It's the Roadhouse now, but yes, the Moose Club. I was the creepy gym coach from the 80s. That was so much fun.
With the shorty shorts.
The super short shorts and the long socks.
Yes.
I had the
tube
afro.
socks.
Yes, the tube socks. I still got that outfit. The Velcro
gosh.
sneakers, the shorty shorts, the tube socks, and my Reagan Bush shirt.
Yes. Yes.
The creepy gym coach. I just remember, like, girls would come up to order a drink.
Yeah.
And I would throw my leg up on the bar and I'd be like, what can I get you girls tonight?
Yeah. I had Wayne in here yesterday, Wayne Dion.
Wayno. I've trained with Wayno a little bit here and there.
And
he used to train at UFAI.
Yeah. He says Chris Rooney, 100%. No question about it.
He's good. Yeah. Cool.
What say you?
I don't. I think this is such an even match. I really, this could go either way. That's what makes these fights so exciting. None of them are lopsided. They really aren't.
Andrew Provost, where is he out of?
Robert Hughes, BJJ out of Plattsburgh.
All right.
He's been around for a long time. And Mikey Morris coming out of Granite City MMA.
Yeah.
Wait till you see this kid. He just turned 18 years old. He's been training with Lucas now for 3-4 years, I think. He started in the kids class, and he's just worked his way up. He finally turned 18.
Yeah.
He's going to be going into the military, so he wants to do his first amateur fight under Lucas.
Lucas fascinates me from Granite City MMA.
Yeah, did you
proudly
read
one of our sponsors here?
Yeah, did you read the motivational speech he gave me after the tournament?
No.
Dude, I was so depressed.
Where is this written down somewhere?
Yeah. It was my post on Facebook. So
I got to go find that.
I was sending Luke messages, telling him I'm quitting fucking jiu-jitsu.
When?
I've had a couple weeks ago. I was like, I've had enough. I've trained my ass off. I'm training 6 days a week. I don't know what more I have to do. This is bullshit. You know what his response was?
What's that?
Stop being a Karen. He goes, you can continue to whine like a little bitch, or you can shut the fuck up and do something about it. And that was it. I was like, you're such an asshole. Fuck off. Now I'm going to go drink whiskey and eat a large pizza. I'm dead serious. I was ready to just call it quits, just be done with it. And that was it. Because I've killed myself.
I know you have.
I put everything off just to go get beat up. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, you're getting older, Rex. I mean, you look younger than you did 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah, this particular tournament was not matched up in age groups or belt levels or any of that.
No,
this was a free for all.
What I'm saying is, let's just say it how it is. The older you get, your body doesn't what's the word I'm thinking of? Recuperate as quickly.
Bullshit.
Did you just call bullshit?
I did. I recoup better and faster than most of the young guys.
Oh, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, the older you get,
if you keep your body in shape, your body will recoup. If you keep your testosterone levels and your hormone levels up to where they need to be, your body will recoup. That's a myth. That's why you see, like when.
So you just called bullshit on me.
I did, because you think about it. So back when me and you were kids,
you remember that, Ray Lee?
I did.
When you looked at your dad's friends. I mean, your dad's friends at 40 years old were old men. They were big beer drinking, talking about their glory days and everything else. Now you go everywhere, 40-year-old guys all look like me. They're studs. They're not just allowing life to take over. People are they're taking care of themselves a lot better now. They really are. Go to Worlds. Wait till you see Worlds. And I'm in the class of the 48-year-olds at Worlds. Everybody's a stud.
When was that fight?
What?
When is Worlds?
November in Vegas.
And you're going?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, 100%.
God, I would love to go. God, I would love to go. No,
It'll be on Flow Grappling. I'll be on there.
Really?
Yeah.
So we can watch it at home.
Absolutely. Yeah, because Flow. I mean, it's a big event.
You'll make sure that the link.
I don't know if I want to, man. I'd rather see how I do before I put that link up.
I would love to watch that. God.
No, I'm just kidding, man. The training I'm getting through Lucas, number one, my private lessons with Crew Ballard, and now over at Montpelier Martial Arts with those guys, helping working a lot of lapel stuff. Even Mike DeJozier up at UFAI, all of that stuff together, I really feel like I'm going to be the world champ in my class. Masters division, I will be the world champ.
We got to watch.
I'll either be that or I'll have something broken or knocked unconscious, one or the other. That's my goal.
It's always been fascinating to me. All of you guys, this whole family, if you will, of amateur MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artists, martial artists. It's fascinating to chat with you guys, to learn what you do and why you do it. And I think the why is most fascinating to me. Lucas was in here not too long ago.
Right.
It was a podcast that I'll never forget, ever.
Yeah. So for me, it keeps my demons away, plain and simple. Without it, I'm a busy guy. So without all of this busyness in my life, so when your mind sits idle, that's when everything comes up. That's when anxiety, that's why I do private lessons on Friday night. That's why I teach a fundamentals class on Saturday mornings and then do open mat. And then that's why I try to go to Power Hour on Sunday mornings, because if I don't, Friday nights, I'll find a reason to drink. So if I go Friday nights, so if I didn't have that on Friday nights and I go drinking, then I can't get up Saturday morning. So now I have a purpose. I think that's what really screws people, is when they don't have a purpose. So Friday night, I purposely schedule my private lessons.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, I purposely did that. So I have to get my ass out of bed, and I know I can't when I'm hungover. Sunday morning, same thing. That's why I do that. A lot of people are, oh, you're overtraining. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I do take it easy on days and stuff. I just have to go there, and I have to keep those demons at bay.
I think there's a misconception that, especially it's not just because Granite City MMA is a sponsor of mine, but the bigger reason is what that organization offers to the community. There's a much bigger picture here, but I think there's a misconception about when people think that they're going to Granite City MMA, mixed martial arts, that it's all about punching and kicking and pain and this and that. I think that we should say that there's self-defense.
Just in the name Granite City MMA, people assume it is a fight gym. Number one, first of all, it is a fight gym.
Right.
This is where guys reach out because they want to be trained by some of the best in the state. So that's why they reach out. They come to Lucas to get the jiu-jitsu and the Thai.
Understood.
But he really is a martial arts gym. He holds a black belt in Daihatsu Ryu Aiki Jiu-Jitsu. He holds a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he's a Nak Muay in Muay Thai under Crew Ballard. So it actually is a real martial arts gym.
Yeah.
My thing is, when I first got into it, I told everybody, it's for everybody. Jiu-jitsu's for everybody. And I came to the sad realization, it's not. And I got to the point where I was disappointed by people so often. And it was my own fault because I have such a passion for it. And when I would see people skip class, not make it to class, or I was like, why aren't they coming as much as I am? What? So I realized, and Lucas used to talk about this because, you become friends with these people. You become so close to them.
Sure.
And there's such a high rate of people that quit. So then you're like, you feel so betrayed by these people. Mm-hmm. You're like, you were my friend. You were here. We were rolling together. We bled together. We sweat together. Mm-hmm. And now you're gone. So I've I'm a lot more honest with people. I will get people, they'll say, hey, I'm 70 years old. I'd like to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I have a walker. And no, ma'am. You should probably take a gun self-defense class. We're very, very real.
But what about a 16-year-old girl that says
100%?
Now, hang on. That says, I don't want to be punching and kicking. But what I would love to learn is just how to protect myself to get out of a situation.
Okay.
To get out of a situation.
So the problem with that mentality is self-defense is not a weekend course. Self-preservation is not a weekend course.
Okay.
So real self-defense is not something you're going to learn in a weekend. It's not something you're going to learn in 6 weeks. So in order for a 16-year-old girl to be able to protect herself against someone my size, even as a high school wrestler, rule of thumb for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for every belt that you hold, you should be able to protect yourself and defend yourself against an opponent 20 pounds larger than you that is untrained.
Wow.
So if you want, let's be real. I'm not gonna feed you full of a bunch of bullshit and tell you that your karate black belt is gonna help you against me. If you're a 16-year-old girl, I'm gonna smash you and cave your forehead in. Plain and simple. Don't care how fast. I don't care if you're Bruce Lee. I don't care. There's a weight difference. There's a whole difference in. So if you're gonna teach self-defense, be real. Don't be fake about the shit. Okay. Don't take people's money. And that meant nothing against karate people, because karate people, you can, but it takes years of training. And that's the part that they forget to tell people about. Do I have girls that can submit me? 100%.
Amazing.
Did they do it on day one? Did they do it after 6 months? No, they got 5, 6, 7, 8 years of training.
So it's not. It doesn't always have to be about striking, hitting, punching, kicking. Nope. It can be about body mechanics, which I think is is
Absolutely.
a huge thing.
Yeah,
here.
it doesn't matter how big I am, my joints still only move one way.
Correct. And I've heard Lucas say that.
Yep.
So we really encourage folks.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you are.
And a lot of times,
to come to Granite City MMA.
Yep.
Walk up the damn stairs above the House of Tang.
So I'm gonna
and go in and introduce yourself.
Yeah. And the other thing is we are, after the shows, I've talked to Lucas about this. We are going to try to set up a women's only self-defense jiu-jitsu. So, because women have a lot of problem, guys, I have talked about this before. We grow up wrestling with our brothers. We're used to that. Women are not used to being in those situations, and it's awkward as hell. And it's even more awkward with my mouth when I'm on top of you. So we put it out there. We're like, all right, it's awkward, it's stupid, and you're going to have a big, sweaty guy rolling all over you. So it's a super awkward situation.
I think this is brilliant.
And the biggest thing is people believe that self-defense, they are going to learn these Bruce Lee moves. They are going to be able to knock you out.
Misconception.
And that is a huge misconception. But what I can teach you is I can teach you to survive so that you're not dead.
Right.
And you can live another day.
That's my whole point here.
Yes.
Is come up to the gym. And meet Rex. I mean, my God, you can see his face, his gorgeous face right here. You know who he is. There's no mistaking him. And Lucas John, who's all of how many pounds?
He's a monster. I think he's like 145.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, and if you don't believe years of training couldn't beat up someone bigger, when I walked into that gym, Lucas has not changed his weight since I've been there. I was 259 pounds. I was a pretty good grappler. My dad did judo. I took judo as a kid.
And he could submit you, no problem.
He beat the shit out of me. He beat the brakes off me. And I was so angry. It gave me such anxiety because my ego was so high. Like, I was like, oh, why is this happening to me? But so it did two things. It crushed my ego. But it scared me. I was like, how the hell? Like, I picked fights with people. I used to drink, just pick a fight with anyone. I was like, I don't care if you're bigger than me. Now, all of a sudden, a 145-pound man just worked me over, and I was like, I don't want to pick a fight with no one. I just realized, like, I fought with lots of people. I fought with guys who were black belts in karate. I fought with guys who were black belts in taekwondo. I did taekwondo for years. I did that circuit. I was never scared like I was when I left Granite City MMA. And it was such a huge shot of reality. It's one thing to lose a fight or lose a match to someone like Ed Collins. I mean, he's 20-some-odd years old. He's 230 pounds. He's trained. You know, I get that.
Sure.
But to have a little guy like that he got on my back like a backpack, and I couldn't get him off. He was like a little sticky thing, and I just couldn't get him off.
When you see Lucas next, when are you going to see Lucas next?
Tonight, training.
Would you tell him that I want to wrestle him on this podcast live? Arm wrestle. No, arm. Arm wrestle.
I don't think you have the wrists or the shoulders. You should just stop.
I just need to find out from my own self.
Oh, no. So those are the biggest misconceptions of self-defense, and we're very, very real about it. We're very real about how we approach it. Everybody, when you have guys telling you, oh, yes, this is for everybody, all they're trying to do is get your money. They know that it's not for everybody. If you can't bring your knees to your chest and you're not willing to do anything about it, like I couldn't. I when I would bend over to tie my shoes, I had to take breaks in between because I couldn't breathe. That's how big I was.
Yeah.
So I chose. I fell in love with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It consumes me. I think about it all the time.
I could easily bring my knees up to my chest as long as I was under anesthesia and maybe had some broken bones. But,
so I've been there. I really have.
Yeah.
But
I love what you guys do, and I love the passion behind it.
And it is a passion because there's so much knowledge. Unlike a lot of arts. So a lot of arts, the way that they would do it is once you get to your black belt, basically a black belt would tell you Now your journey has begun.
Yeah.
You have now learned. Now you are very proficient. You are very good at all of the basics, all the fundamentals. You could teach the fundamentals to people, but
Right.
this is where your journey starts. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is different because you're from white belt to blue belt can take up to 5 years.
Yeah.
Alone. You can get a black belt in other arts
With a lot
3
of
to
work
5.
in that time.
So there, and it's nothing against any other arts, nothing whatsoever. It's just a different way that it's approached.
Yeah.
And there's so much knowledge that
Yeah.
you have to obtain. That's why it takes 10 to 12 years to get a black belt.
Here's another thing that I just find I find so fascinating, and for whatever reason, I'll never forget this. I went into Granite City MMA one night, and you were there, and Lucas was there, and we got chatting a little bit, and there was some people out on the floor that were doing their thing, and one of the individuals out there was a very young girl, and I said to you, or you said to me, "You see that little girl over there? She would crush you."
Yes, and a matter of fact, that little girl, I got to say happy birthday to. That's Sophie.
Do you know how old she is today?
16.
All right. So this is this is amazing. This was several years ago, so I don't know how old she was, but you said to me, Sophie would kill you.
Yeah.
And
She would.
Okay, but hearing this,
Striking or jiu-jitsu.
hearing this, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I'm
Until
like,
the first time
are you
watched
kidding
her
me?
do Muay Thai.
I would see her in public and say, first of all, I would never strike a woman, or a girl, but I'm just saying, if I were to come to blows and give 110% of myself, there is no question I could take this kid.
Yeah.
And you were like, Rongo Dongo.
Yeah.
I find that fascinating.
Me
dude.
too. That's
It's fascinating.
I mean, I've done martial arts my entire life. And
You even said to me, JD, on your best day, in the best shape that you could be in,
you should watch that girl
she'd kill you.
put on a pair of gloves and walk down the fighters like bam, bam, and then she'll slip the next two just to get to the inside. And
But here's something else. I remember you also told me that you may have referred to Sophie, or you may have referred to others. But I remember you saying that some of these people out there.
Oh yeah, the dark horses.
The dark horses. They don't really.
The Will Whites of our gym.
Their aspirations are not necessarily to get into a cage and showcase their skills that they've learned in front of 2,000 people at the Barre Auditorium. These are people that want to learn this skill and put it in their pocket and walk out of that gym with knowledge and skill.
Absolutely.
To carry them through life is some of us will carry a firearm on us.
Hey, well, no offense, man, but I carry a firearm.
I know you do.
That's my first line of defense. My martial arts is in case someone gets my gun away or something.
I understand. I understand.
Absolutely. If you take self-defense seriously, there's more to it than just martial arts.
Right. Self-defense is a massive
But
umbrella.
talking about that, we joke about this about Will White. We call him Gator. So Will is...
now you're revealing his identity, that Will White is a dark horse.
Yeah, it's funny because we joke all the time. We're like, somebody's going to grab a hold of Will, and they're going to be so surprised because he's got like some slick combinations for Thai, and he is just the nicest, bubbly guy. He's got glasses, a receding hairline. He's tall and skinny, and he wears his little polo shirts and stuff. Yes. And you would, I would laugh that a bodybuilder would come up to him and he'd be like, "Yo, get out of my way, man." And he'd be like, "No, I'd rather not."
I think that's fantastic.
And next thing you know, the guy's picking his teeth up off the ground.
It's amazing.
That's what I love about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's what I love about this sport. And
all right. So
what makes it so realistic is live sparring, live randori. When you go to, when I did Taekwondo and stuff like that, you can't kick somebody in the head at 100%.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, we can go 100% all the time.
Doesn't matter who you are, you're missing the boat if you, at the absolute very least, are not on Donnie Brooke Fight Promotion Facebook page.
Right.
Don't care who you are.
Instagram also.
And Instagram. You're missing the boat if you're not checking out the Granite City MMA Facebook page. Absolute least, go there. Secondly, go to the gym. Invite yourself.
Yeah.
Walk in there. Even if you're just curious.
Yep.
Walk in and have a look. Sit down. There's a seating area where you can watch all of this happen. And if you leave and say, it's not for me, that's fine.
Absolutely.
But just go and see these guys. When is the gym open for the public to come in?
So Monday nights at 6 o'clock. Tuesday nights is the MMA class. Wednesday night is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Thursday is Muay Thai. Saturday mornings, 11 o'clock. Saturday mornings are more geared towards members already.
Okay.
And if you have anxiety of just being people or something and you know me, reach out to me because I work with new people all the time.
Okay.
I'm really good at making people feel comfortable. It's hard to walk in there with a bunch of strangers.
Right.
It really, nobody wants to look stupid.
Sure.
Nobody wants to look stupid. So I work one-on-one with a lot of people when they first come in just to get them comfortable.
Sure.
Until they get sick of a big sweaty dude being on top of them. Then they realize they're like, all right, I'd rather work with someone else.
When is the ladies' night happening, or the ladies?
That will be
course?
Something I probably shouldn't even talked about. That's something that's in the works.
All
You're
right.
gonna
let me know.
Yes, we'll definitely let you know. We have to get through that. The other thing that we don't have anymore is the kids program.
All right. I was going to ask you about that.
So the kids, I send them. They have a great program at Montpelier.
Okay.
For the kids, and Mike and Sue are great people over there, and they have a really, really good kids program. If you're 15, 16 years old, you can come into Granite City.
All right. What about younger than that?
Younger than that, then I would recommend the kids program.
Okay.
Over in Montpelier.
All right. So like 7+,
Yep.
8+, somewhere. In
Yeah,
that
anything.
ballpark?
So when you get into 5 and 6 years olds, there's no real point. It's hard. I would recommend BYSA wrestling to get them a base.
Just moving around.
Yeah. They're getting that little bit of grappling experience, so they're not as timid.
Okay.
And they end up with a good base.
All right.
For grappling.
Just got a text here on the page from Sherilyn saying, what does it say now? I'd roll with you privately any day, Rex.
I don't think that was supposed to be on the public forum.
No, what the hell? What's this all about?
I really don't think that was on the public forum.
What's that about? What's
Sherilyn, you hit the wrong messenger.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. One of the things that I was going to ask you about is I wanted to ask you, did you see me perform Lily's move on Lucas?
No.
You didn't see that?
What, did you try to tickle him?
Well, it's
You think he's like a tickle me Elmo?
Well, it's a patented move. I mean, there's trademark copyright on this, but because Lily created it, but it's all in deception, and it begins with a handshake.
Oh yes.
Here, I'll show you right here. So it begins with a handshake, like this, and then as you're shaking hands, you come in with the thumb right into the armpit for the tickle. See, that's hurting you. See?
Yeah, you got me right in my lymph nodes.
Yeah, you go for the lymph nodes.
Perfect.
But it's a tickle.
That's like some ninjutsu Aiki shit.
But
you
you go with the handshake to say I'm not a threat, we're friends, and then you go in for the kill. So there's that.
A slick move.
And then the other one is the cartwheel, but it's a cartwheel that finishes with the legs around the neck.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We call that north-south.
Is that what that is?
On the street, it's 69. In the gym, it's north-south.
So have you and Brenda ever tried the north-south? Anyway, Thank you for coming in, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Tickets for this coming Saturday night.
Yes.
When
we'll be
is
at the
Eventbrite
show.
is cut off? When is that cut off?
You can actually stand in line and buy tickets right there at the auditorium with your phone. You'll be able to buy them right there. If
That's what we're saying at this point.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely. You can buy them all the way. We never shut it off. You can buy tickets up all the way through. Yeah,
on
Eventbrite. We have people all the time.
Okay.
Buying tickets through Eventbrite, standing in line because they don't want to stand in line and wait for tickets.
Understand.
I mean, the first show that we did.
Yeah.
I am telling the last show. I think it was the last show that we did. I've never had so much anxiety in my life. There was nobody in the auditorium. Me and my wife drove to our house because we forgot the scorecards.
I remember that.
Dude, we came back. There was a line from the door all the way S&, out into the parking lot. Instantly, my heart started. I was like, oh my God. Look at all the people that are depending on a good show. I was like,
yeah,
we have to make sure this is awesome for these people.
Well, you've made it awesome year after year. And
did I tell you the pay-per-view? Guess who the guest commentator is?
Who's that?
The legend himself, Pete the Hammer Haskins.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
How can I not mention that on the live pay-per-view?
There should be an extra charge for that.
Yeah, I thought
for that.
Perfect commentator, prior fighter.
Oh,
so it'll be a lot of fun, man.
Wow,
it'll be a lot of fun.
That's gonna be amazing. Thank you for coming in here, Rex.
Thanks for having me.
It is going to be an amazing Saturday night. Once again, what's happening with this poster that's right here at the studio right now?
What store? Where's that going to today?
Yeah, where's it going?
I don't know. You told me.
We're not telling.
Why?
All right.
You should, so that people can get there.
Well, that's a fight that you and Raylene are going to have.
Jiminy Cricket. So they can get up to Central Perks at the Berlin Mall.
Yes. There's a sign up there.
There's a banner up there. They get their picture taken. That'll get them entered in for a chance to win either 2 tickets or the live pay-per-view streaming.
Send the picture where?
I just want them to put it on their Facebook, and I want them to tag
Donny Brooke Fight Promotions. Okay.
So for people that don't know how to tag it, put the @ sign and then start typing out Donny Brooke Fight Promotions, and when it pops up, click on it.
Yeah.
But you got to get onto my page. You got to like it. You got to follow it.
All right. And then Raylene is saying we're going to be taking the sign that we have.
That banner, is going to go to another store in Barre City, right? Can we tell them it's in Barre City?
Barre City.
Yes, and I'm going to video when I'm there.
Perfect.
All right.
So for those of you, get down to Barre City, try to find this banner. Watch Aired Out to find out when it gets announced.
Yeah, Raylene's going to go live on Aired Out with where she is with the banner.
Perfect.
You take a picture with the banner, you could win some free seats for Saturday night.
Yeah,
it's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. You get free seats or the free pay-per-view if you can't make it.
So the next time I'm going to see you is Friday night during weigh-ins.
Oh, you'll probably see me before that. I'll come down and harass you again.
Please do. You're welcome in here anytime.
Absolutely. Who are you having on? I'd like to have somebody so I can harass them, like somebody from the Times-Argus, find out why the hell they're not at the show.
Steve Pappas will be foaming at the mouth with excitement. Trust me, he's going to be loving this. But
perfect.
We'll find out. I'm sure the Times-Argus is going to be putting something about that. How could they not?
One would hope so.
Yeah.
Big sports event like that.
Yeah. It's going to be huge.
Perfect.
And what about Ed Collins? What's going on with him? Is he going to be fighting
I don't
Saturday
see him
night?
much.
You don't see him much?
No.
I heard
Yeah.
he's a terrible person.
Yeah.
He's working. His opponent had some personal issues.
Yes.
Steve Bogenschutz, in which we wish him the best.
Yeah.
And hope everything works out for him.
Yeah.
But no, Steve's fight, that fight is not happening.
Yeah.
So, but we have so many more exciting fights going on.
Yeah. So is Ed in shape enough to fight? I mean, could you know?
I'm always down to scrap, man.
I mean, if
What day has the sun rising?
Do
where
I
you
need
nourishment, water?
do
I'm
I
down
need to
scrap.
fill in for Bogenschutz?
I'll fight you.
Should I fill in for Bogenschutz?
Can you make weight?
I guess that's the real question.
Well, you do catch weight, JD.
Dude, if it would be over in seconds between you and I, because I'd go.
Yeah, he just showed me his new move. It's a special move.
You don't know what it is.
You showed him
know,
your what?
You don't. You don't know what my new move is. I got a new move. Lily showed it to me. I'd drop you like a sack of shit, bud. You'd be down on the canvas. Then I'd go in for the ankles.
He never learned his lesson
just
from
watch
getting
this.
beat
Look.
up from that pro wrestler.
See that?
I don't know if you could do that to me,
No,
dude.
it would be over. It would be over.
You'd have to crawl up his leg to get to his head.
Dude, I'd go in for the lymph nodes. It would be over in seconds.
If you had a step stool.
I'll see you Saturday night. I can't
Absolutely,
wait.
my man.
You
Friday
get up-
night. No. you'll
Friday
see me
night.
Friday night
Yeah,
for
of
the
course.
weigh-ins at 6 o'clock at the Barry Auditorium. Come up, meet your local fighters, have them sign autograph, a poster. It'll be a great time.
All right.
I'll be there talking shit.
You'll be there talking shit, Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
of
else
course.
is there to do on a Friday? Besides watch two grown men seriously stand in front of each other and pose, flexing as hard as they can. Get after it,
Well,
fellas.
see, Ed's the one that he does private lessons with me on Fridays, too.
Yeah.
So we had to put this Friday off. So he'll be there to give people shit because we don't have nothing else to do.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing. I can hardly wait. Donnie Brooke Fight Promotion on Facebook. Eventbrite to get your tickets. You need to be there Saturday night. And if you're not, you need to tell your favorite bar or restaurant that they need to get the pay-per-view so that you can
It'll
watch
be
it there.
a crazy time.
It
There's
is.
nothing like a live fight.
No.
Promise. It is worth its money.
Yeah.
No, and these fights wouldn't be able to happen without people like Central Perks, Comfort Inn, Wilkins, Harley Davidson, Isham Berwick Agency.
That's right.
These are the people that have stood by us since the beginning, so we're just as loyal to them.
In the state of Vermont, the legislature, for allowing this to happen. And
Nah, I'd rather say the Office of Professional Regulation.
Oh.
Thank you to those guys. Lauren Hibbert, Lauren Lehman. They're the real heroes.
and Jeff Bergeron in the city of Barre.
Jeff Bergeron. The city of Barry's been great.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll see you then.
All right, buddy. You take
That's
care.
Rex Thompson right there, everybody. And, God, it almost sounded like Ed Collins. Just that unbelievably deep, sexy voice of Ed Collins.
I am here.
Thanks to FGB Theaters, retirementvt.com, Aeromed Essentials, Vermont Custom Woodworking, the Barry Montpelier Times Argus, Donnie Brooke Fight Promotion, Wright Electric, Fontaine Forestry and Millwork, Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance, K&W Tire, Emsley's Floors and Gifts, Granite City MMA, and Barslow Construction are sponsors. We appreciate your eyes and your ears, and we're going to be back in just a little while with the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, and one of the top Elvis impersonators in the globe, Mark Shelton. Going to be with us in just a little bit. Stick around. It's on the way. Next on Aired Out.